Hi guys, Seamus here, back again with our Apocalyptic build. The NASCAR build is on hold at the minute. I'm just waiting on paint coming in for it, that on the motorbike. So that'll be in sometime next week. So in the meantime, I'm going to crack on with this one. Now, the bulldozer, the D9R, I'm going to try and incorporate this into this build here. It's probably going to end up another big diorama as well. Along with the truck itself here. So we haven't even started work on the truck yet or the trailer for it. I'm just about to go in the paint with the Land Rover primer, that is, before we get stuck in our top coat. So I haven't started the trailer or the truck for this yet, so it's going to be a big build. So the Land Rover here, I'll change it about somewhat. That will go up inside the trailer itself. When I get the ramp and all and so forth put onto it, it'll hide away down the road. We're going to get in the primer, as I say. It's really only sitting on its chassis at the minute. A roll cage, it's in it, or what you want to call it. If I put the canopy on sort of thing, you're not going to see nothing inside, and then the door knob goes on the back. That's all going to be hid away. So I'm going to leave it off, put a bit of a canvas over it, and then weather the canvas down. I showed how I'd done that before in the Ukraine build. I was hosted last year with Dan the man. Now, as I say, I'm going to try and incorporate this build into this other one here, change the diorama about a bit. We've got our lights in that. Now, I built that a couple of years back. We've got our sound card on it. In case anybody hasn't seen it, I'll just turn the sound card on here. It's on a loop, a few second loop. And you'll hear it in it. Move the mic a bit closer. Yeah, we'll continue on with the loop until I turn it off. Just a wee gimmick I put into it. All the lights on it as well. Turn everything off here. You'll see we've got our orange flashing light and our interior lighting and so forth. This is a main kit. This kit was unbelievable to build. There's so much detail in this kit. It's unbelievable. Light back on again. So you can see it's all link on link tracks with this one. You can move the main shovel up and down, the bucket, whatever you want to call it, and then our back fork, that's all posable too. But as I say, really detailed. Hardest part of this build was really those slats, the armoured slats that's on the screen themselves there. That was a bit of a nightmare, but we got it on anyhow. But enough rambling, guys, so I'm going to head off to paint here. So bear with me here, and we're back in a few minutes here. And we'll see what way this turns out before we start any of the weather on it. So not below. Right guys, we got it all weathered. The frame outside only. Still a lot of weathering to be done inside. Still get the two front seats in. Steering column, steering wheel, all our glass work. Our front end has to be put on. To do it inside, the satin black. Dusted it up somewhat. As I say, still plenty more weathering to be done inside. But for the biggest majority, all the weathering's done on the outside of it. Chassis will be up next. We'll get that all weathered up before we put our engine and gearbox and all into it. Got our roll cage done, it's dark silver. Again, that'll be weathered up before we get it in place. Where are we here? Just here. The colours that I used was these two main colours here. We mixed it up and we came up with a colour with a taste of white in it. As you can see, it looks a bit dark here, depends on the camera light. Let it dry. Once we put plenty of water on it first, and then just dab the paint onto it with a flat brush. Let it run down, and then takes excess off with a clear brush. Plenty of clean water all over basically. And then towards the end, we've done our airbrushing. Mixed the taste of the white up again with very little blue in it, and you can see here's like faded in it, and the doors here, quarters and so forth, and on our bonnet, there's a lot of streaking and so forth. Still to get our front end all built up. It's painted and all just off camera here. Get our two lights in, get our front bumper on and so forth. Our glass has to go in. Get our wheels done towards the end, get that weathered up. And as I said there, the chassis, that'll be up next to get this all weathered as well. You did get the larger part for, as I said earlier, but if I put that on, get it all weathered up and so forth, you're not going to see nothing inside the time I get it all on. So as I say, once I get the roll cage on sort of thing, I'll put our canvas over it, weather the canvas down and so forth. I'll leave our doors maybe open or closed. I just don't know what to do just yet. Still a lot of painting done inside, as I said. Backs of our doors are done, they have to be weathered down as well. So there's still a fair bit to be done to it. And then we can call this one done and we'll move on to the main part. The container. And the top of it there is a lot of stuff has to go into the top of the container as well. Then we'll start getting that on the primer as well. So there you go, guys. Really weathered and used and abused sort of thing. So it fits nice and neat onto that chassis. So it does. I'll say once I get that weathered, you'll see it really start to take shape then. Right guys, I'm away, so thanks for watching. I'll speak to you all later. Bye.